Hi everyone, so this is our first ballet class video, and it's ballet class in a very small space, which I'm sure some of you are having to put up with yourselves. Please make sure that you're warmed up before you do any classes and that you're dressed appropriately. If you haven't got ballet shoes, then socks or bare feet are fine. And please also make sure you've got a safe floor and you've got just about enough room to move around in. This is a basic ballet class suitable for all levels, so it's okay for beginners but also okay for more advanced dancers who just want to focus on some basic technique. So we're going to start with some demi-pliés and rises in first and second. So we're going to do a demi-plié and stretch and a rise and lower, demi-plié and stretch, dégagé to second and demi-plié 1 and 2, rise 3 and 4, demi-plié 5 and 6, dégagé and close in first. Okay, so let's have a go with some music. And demi-plié and stretch and rise and lower, demi-plié and stretch, dégagé to second, demi-plié in second and stretch and rise and lower, demi-plié and stretch, dégagé and close in first position. Thank you. Now we're going to move on to battement tendu en croix. So put our feet in third position. You can either work in third. If you're a more advanced dancer, you can go into fifth. So third position, your heel is opposite where the arch of your foot is. If you're going into fifth, your heel is opposite where your big toe is. So Georgie, could you work in third for us, as it's a more basic video? Thank you. So we're going to prepare the arms and we're going to take a battement tendu devant. When you do a battement tendu devant, the secret is to go through the foot every single time. You also need to make sure that the supporting leg is turned out from the top and you are lifting off the supporting leg and using all your leg muscles. So we're going to do 2 to the front, 1 and close and 2 and close. Now we're going to do a battement tendu to second, again going through the foot. The line of the toe, your toe should be in line with your other toe. So you've got a straight line across. The toe shouldn't be too far forwards or too far back. You also need to make sure that your supporting leg is turned out from the top and you are not sinking into your hips and you're not twisting your hips. And we'll close to the back. Now we're going to do a battement tendu derrière. So the line of the leg is the knee is facing away from you. So that's where your turnout comes from. And you're lifting off your supporting leg. And we close, and battement tendu again, and close, another one to the side again, and close behind, and side, and close in front. Okay, let's try that with some music. And tendu, tendu, close. To the side, keep going through the foot, so you're using all of the foot. To the back, close, back and close. Side and close and side and rest. Now we're going to do rond de jambe à terre. So we're going to start by preparing our leg to second and our arm to second. You circle the leg round to the back, close in first position, take your leg to the front and to the side. Now we reverse it to do andedon, to the front, to the first, to the back and to the side. A few things to remember with this one: when you take your leg to the back, don't overcross it because you're coming through first, and if you overcross it you're going to have to wiggle as you come through. So it's a straight line all the way through. Perhaps Georgie, could you show it to us incorrectly now? Overcrossed, and then you end up with the wiggle. The other thing is the hips need to stay still. Don't allow your hips to twist as you're going round. Think about the supporting leg being under control. Prepare. So we're going to the back and first and front, and now andedon. So we go to the front, close first, and back and side, and to the back, close first, to the front and side, to the front, close first, to the back and rest. Thank you. Prepare, dégagez second, and to learn battement frappé to a dégagé. So we start with the foot we call the coup de pied, which means that the foot is on the neck of the ankle. So if we just bring our leg into here with the foot flexed, same thing, make sure the supporting leg is turned out from the top and you are lifting and lengthening. You want to aim to keep the top of your working leg still. The action comes from the knee downwards. So we take our leg out to the side without hitting the floor. So we just do a tendu to the side and bring it into the back, and a tendu to the side and bring it into the front. All the time thinking of lengthening the top of that supporting leg and keeping the knee still. Okay, prepare, foot, in. So out, in, out, in. And rest. Okay, prepare, foot, in. So out, in, out, in. The next exercise is battement fendu à terre. So we prepare with the leg to second. We bring the foot into the coup de pied, the same position as we've just done, but this time you bend the supporting knee. You then extend the leg out to the front, stretching both knees. You repeat the fendu. You take it out to the side. You repeat the fendu, take it out to the back, and fendu and side. Every time you fendu, make sure your knee is going over the toe of your supporting leg. Prepare to second, and fendu and stretch, fendu and side, and fendu back, fendu and rest, and fendu and stretch, fendu and side, and fendu back, fendu and rest. Thank you. And fendu and stretch. And rest. Now we're going to learn to do some retiré. So we're going to prepare the arm to second, and you're going to stretch your foot, bending your knee. You're going to draw a line up the side of your leg with your big toe. Once you've got to that position, focus on turning out the top of the supporting leg, lengthening the top of the thigh of the working leg so the toe is hovering and not digging into the side of your leg. And then bring the left foot down and close behind and retire up and close in front. Let's have a go with the music. Prepare and retire and down. Retire down. And rest. Prepare and retire up and down. The next exercise is grand battement in 4 counts. So we'll start with devant. So we're going to do tendu, lift your leg up with control, dégagé on the floor, controlling it, and come down. And again to the front, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now to the side, the leg is in the same position as before for the tendu to second. So take the leg to the side. Now you need to lift your leg up in exactly the same position as so. Do not allow the leg to go with turned in, which means it comes around that way. So you keep your hips still and it's in the same position. And another one of those. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn to face, close behind and turn to face the bar, because if like us you haven't got much space, you now need to be able to do the leg at the back. To the back, tendu, keep the leg turned out at the back. When you bring it down, no pressure on the toe. And close and tendu and lift. And tendu, turn to face the front. And then we do our second, tendu and lift, and tendu and close, and tendu and lift, and tendu and close. Let's try with music. Prepare. And tendu, lift, tendu, close, tendu, lift, tendu to the side, tendu, lift, tendu, close, tendu, lift, face the bar to the back. Tendu, lift, and to the side again. Prepare. Face the bar. Thank you. Now we're going to learn releve fifth. So we're going to do a rise, walk our feet so they're crossed, walk our feet away and lower down. And rise, walk your feet across, walk them away and come down. Now do a demi-plie, and you're going to go into that crossed position with a snatching action, so your feet glide across the floor and they glide back to the position you started in. And again, and up and come down. Okay, let's have a go. Prepare, plie and releve up and down, releve up and down, releve up and down, change feet, releve up and down, and up and down, and up and down, and change feet. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the last exercise of the bar is going to be a full plie in second. So take your feet in second position. And we'll do a demi-plie and a rise just to start off with. So demi-plie and stretch and rise and lower. Now when we do our full plie, the most important thing is to keep your body completely straight and completely upright. Don't allow your bottom to stick out. And as you bend your knees, make sure your knees go sideways over your toes. So we bend our knees, you go as low as you can when you're comfortable. Do not allow the heels to lift off the floor, and stretch. So let's try that with the music. So we'll do it twice on this side, and then we'll turn around and do it twice on the other side. Prepare to second. And demi-plie, stretch, rise, lower, full plie. And again. And other side. Prepare. And demi-plie 1. Keep as tall as you can and just go as far as you can with your turn out. Now we're going to move on to port de bras and adage. So this is a basic port de bras and adage suitable for all levels. The terms we use are those used by the ISTD. Other examining boards have different terms for the port de bras. So we start with our arms in bras bar, which is a nice curved shape. We're going to take our arms to en avant, and then we're going to take them out to à la seconde and bring them down to bras bar. Then we're going to do en avant and take them up to en couronne above the head, out to à la seconde and down to bras bar. And then en avant, we're going to do attitude with the right arm high, à la seconde and down to bras bar, en avant, and then the left arm in attitude, à la seconde and down to bras bar. And en avant, à la seconde and down to bras bar. En avant, up to en couronne, à la seconde, bras bar. En avant attitude with the right arm high. À la seconde, down to bras bar. And repeat with the left arm. And rest. Thank you. Now we're going to learn chassés. So Georgie, if you could move back slightly and take third position, we're going to take a chassé en avant. So you do a demi-plie 1. You slide forwards, keeping your feet at the same angle. Don't allow your heels to slip, so either one foot or the other foot is more turned out. Perhaps if you could do it incorrectly for me now, Georgie, by letting that way or turning out too much, and don't allow the back heel to come off the floor either. Demi-plie 1. Slide forwards, keeping your feet in exactly the same angle, both heels on the floor and your knees over the toes. Now transfer your weight over to the front foot, stretching the back leg out and close behind. Now we're going to do a chassé to à la seconde, demi-plie 1, slide out to the side. Again, your feet are the same angle as they started, your knees are over your toes, stretch really hard and close in front. And then we can start again with the other foot. Let's try with the music. Demi-plie 1, slide 2, stretch 3, close 4, to the side, 6, stretch and close, to the front, 1, 2, stretch 3 and close, to the side, 5, 6, 7, close 8. So now we're going to learn an arabesque. So we're going to take the arms forward to en avant. We're going to take the right arm forwards into an arabesque line, and the other arm is to the side and slightly back down and slightly back, and the palms are down. We're going to dégager our back foot to the back, and then we're going to lift our leg en l'air. Nice straight leg, not too high, turning it out at the back, and dégager and close. Take the arms out to à la seconde and down to bras bar. And let's do that again. Arms en avant, 1 and 2, dégagez 3, and lift, hold it there, and dégagez and close. Okay. When you lift the leg at the back, it's really important not to let the hips move. So Georgie, if you could do it the incorrect way for me by lifting the hip and twisting your hips. So you don't want to twist your hips, you want to keep your hips square to the audience. Let's have a go with the music, twice on each side. And to move on to some allegro, again designed for a small space. First of all, we're going to do a preparatory exercise on the floor. So we're going to ask Georgie to lie on the back. Okay, and she's going to bend her knees in with her feet flexed. She's going to make sure that her feet are parallel with the ceiling with the knees bent. She's going to stretch her legs and feet up to the ceiling and bend her knees, keeping the feet flexed. And stretch the legs up to the ceiling and bend the knees. 2 more times, and stretch and bend and stretch and bend. Now do the same thing with the feet in first position. So turn the legs out and we go stretch, turn your legs out in the air and bend, knees over the toes, and stretch up to the ceiling, keeping the turn out, bend and stretch and bend and stretch and bend. Thank you, Georgie. We stand up now. Now, keeping that movement of the legs and feet in mind, that's what we're going to use for our little jumps, or our petit allegro. So we're going to do 4 jumps with the feet in parallel, and then 4 jumps with the feet in first. We'll try that straight away with the music. The most important thing to remember is when we're in first position, if we could just turn to first position, Georgie, can we just do 1 jump in first position? The most important thing is how you land. You must land by bending your knees and going through the feet so you have a soft landing. So it's the same action as you were doing just now lying on the floor. So if we can just do it once more, a nice jump and a nice soft landing going through the feet, keeping the heels on the floor. Let's try with the music. And together and turn out. Parallel. And twice more. And rest. Now we're nice and warm, we're going to do some petit jeté derrière. So we're going to lift up one foot at the back and bend the supporting knee. And we're just going to jump and change feet, and jump and change feet, and relax. The most important thing is to make sure you're landing softly, both knees are turned out over your toes, especially your supporting leg, and you're keeping the jumping on the spot. So let's just do 16 of those. And 1, 2, 3. And rest. Thank you. The next step we're going to learn is retiré sauté. We're going to do it without jumping first of all. So we'll take the retiré, we start in third position, we'll take the retiré we learnt at the bar, and then we're going to close behind with a plié, and the retiré we learnt at the bar, and close behind with a plié. Now if we just take a little step forwards, now we're going to add the jump. So the retiré becomes a hop, and you have to land on a nice turned out supporting leg, and hop, and we close behind, hop, and we close behind, hop. It's like skipping, but much more controlled, and with the feet and legs turned out, closing in third every time. Let's just mark that once more. So retiré with a hop, close behind, hop, close behind, hop, close behind. Now if you haven't got a lot of space, you'll probably get about 3 of those in, and then a pretty run forwards, or courroux as we call it in ballet. Slowly first, and 1 and 2 and 3 and run. Prepare to start the other side. Off we go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and run forwards. Okay. Now let's try it double time. And 1, 2, 3 and run forwards. And 1, 2, 3, courroux forwards, and again. Thank you. So the last bit of allegro we're going to do is posé ton levé, which is basically a step and a hop. So we start with dégagé devant, and we step to the side, we swish the leg up, and we do a little hop. And step, swish, making sure both knees are turned out when you land, especially the supporting leg. And then we'll do the same thing derrière, and step and a hop, and step and a hop, and step and a hop, and step and a hop. Okay. Slowly first, off we go. And step, hop, step, hop, step, hop, step, and at the back, or derrière. And rest. And now to finish off our class, we're going to do a lovely curtsy. is where you can be as creative as you like or as simple as you like. If any boys are joining us for the class, they can also do a bow. Thank you. We hope you enjoyed this basic ballet class, and we'll be back soon taking you to the next stage.